move on to the news, and there's quite a bit to talk about in the news lately. And first of all, we kick things off with yet more back to basics. Might have a few groans there, but a record-breaking entry of 118 cars are booked in for Aldershot this Sunday in the Back to Basic Frostbite Challenge. So that is a huge booking list. There was me thinking the firework meeting last year would be the biggest turnout of around 80 cars, but we got almost 120. So it's a fantastic effort by all, and we could have 3 or 4 heats worth of bangers there. So that's fantastic to see, and. It is also worth noting the earlier start time of 12 p.m. now, so make sure we don't get there late, because it's going to be a good day. So obviously James is going to be there, along with me, on the day. Sadly no Andy, because he'll be up at Mildenhall.
No,
that's a shame. Jordan, you're not going, are you?
No, I don't think so, unfortunately.
No. Oh, that's a shame.
I'm going to enjoy a nice rest this weekend, I think, to be honest.
Oh, that's a shame. Just me and James then, but should be a good day. Go on.
I think Aldershot's slowly becoming the home of Back to Basics, isn't it? It's like, definitely. It's like the amount of turnouts consistently is just so amazing.
It's Back to Basic HQ, I think, really, fair to say. And it's Caged HQ as well, because we get a lot of the Cage supporters up there as well on the bangers. So, yeah, that's our little HQ, really. But we look forward to that earlier start time of 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Moving on now, the Ringwood Pete Stanley retirement meeting for Unlimited Pre-90 National Bangers, which is scheduled for the Saturday the 12th of May, has now been fully booked at well over 100 cars. I'm not too sure on the total figure booked in, but definitely over 100 cars, that's for certain. So that is now fully booked. We can all look forward to that one. Team Sauer won the Irish Team Championship last weekend at Tullyrone. And can
I also just say on that matter, that also racing for Team Sauer that day was National Hot Rod star 76 Adam Maxwell, the former National Hot Rod World Champion, who I must admit, looking at the videos, had a very good day for his National Banger debut. So, just myself, I'd also like to say congratulations to Adam for some good driving and fair play for trying out a National Banger.
Yeah, definitely. Well done to him. I think that's a great effort, and obviously bang racing is completely different to hot rods, so completely different ball game there.
Depends which race you watch, Matt. I've definitely seen a few races you'd struggle to see the difference.
Moving back onto Ringwood now, the All Cortina meeting, which is scheduled for the 8th of September. That's a Saturday night. And there's around 40 cars currently booked in for that. So not too bad. Hopefully we can hit maybe 60, 70 cars, or maybe more than that by the time it rolls around. But hopefully that'll be a good meeting. And finally, unless we've got any other news you want to share, there's been, on Oval Chat, there's been a post regarding Coventry about helping to rebuild it. I don't know if any of you have read about it, but is it viable is the question. Is it going to happen? Is it possible?
I mean, I don't think it'll be possible, but it's definitely something worth fighting for, because, I mean, the one thing that always hit me with the Wimbledon closure was the one thing London doesn't need was another football stadium, yet that's what they put in their planning application. I mean, if we don't actually fight the fact that you need to have short oval stadiums, then no one's ever going to think they're needed, and the planning applications to demolish them for land will sail through. I mean, I think if you look at what's happened with the Speedway team and with what happened, I think the owner of the stadium ended up in a financial black hole, and then the stadium got sold. But I think it needs to be fought for. You need to put up a case for. You need to have like short oval motorsport around, because if you don't actually fight for it, then all that's going to happen is with every planning application, there's no demand for it. You don't need it.
Yeah, definitely.
I know that they've already had a lot of applications come in or go in to the people willing to help out, willing to rebuild the stadium that's been unfortunately damaged due to low security levels and people breaking in there and making it their little home.
Fairly contentiously, how deliberate do you think that might have been?
Oh, I don't know. That's the question. Yeah, no. I think we do need to fight for every single track in the country. And just recently, I was reading tonight on Oval Banger Chat, a few people moaning about the prices going up at Stanley this year.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. Another rant.
£15, I'm not going, you need to do something with the track. Like, I'm not being funny. We need
it's
to
an independent track.
Instead of moaning about how much it is, just go and support. Even if you only go once or twice a year, it's just a little bit more money.
Right.
Just
We're going off
it.
topic now, but they're saying, Stan Lake is saying that that they ran at a loss last year or something, and because of this price increase, people were going, oh, invest, which is true, but if they're making a loss, let them make a little bit of money back. I mean, it's a small independent
track,
and of course, you get a lot of money anyway.
Mate. If you compare it to other sporting venues, I mean, like for the 3-4 hours entertainment you're getting, how is the price you're paying in bad?
No, it isn't.
It's incredibly good value. It's one of the best value days out you can have.
If you go just for the bangers like myself, you get more races than you would do at the bigger promoters. Like for example, if you get a big field of street bangers like I did on Sunday, you get 2 heats, but you get 2 rounds of them heats. That's 4 heats. You get a final, a dash, and a DD. And of course, on some days, you get national bangers and street bangers on the same day. So I don't know. I'm at a loss with it. I'm going to moan even more. I better stop talking. I'm going on and on about it. But yeah, certainly save Coventry Stadium. There was huge support about saving Wimbledon Stadium. There's a small minority of people in the world of banger racing that sort of thought it was a bit pointless trying to save Wimbledon, but the whole point is let's try and make an effort to save it.
It's not about it being a lost cause. There has to be enough people actually saying that we want these facilities to remain, because even if it is a lost cause, it will have an effect on future things. Because you imagine, if you look at Birmingham Wheels, a few years ago when Birmingham City Council decided that it would be Birmingham City's new football ground with a super casino built on, luckily, In-Car Race managed to keep hold of the track. But if it's not made clear that there is a demand for these stadiums and that people would be really annoyed if they disappear, then it's going to make it easier for people that just want to build profitable things on them as opposed to actually keep them.
Exactly. Even if we lose the fight, we've got to put up a fight. That's the main
One thing that's also worth bearing in mind with Coventry is actually the residents that live around the actual stadium itself now, they don't want any of this building planning application to go ahead. Because there's no infrastructure actually within the town of Coventry to cope with the influx of people that you're going to get. So I don't think it's actually looking at the case with obviously the stadiums itself, but the effects it's going to have around the surrounding area as well. They'd actually rather have the track there than more housing, and I think that says quite a lot, to be honest.
That's different as well, because in most cases with tracks, obviously local residents moan about the racetrack. Yeah. So it's good that they've got a community that care about the track. Certainly.
There's a huge community of Speedway fans there. There's a huge community of Speedway fans there that do not want to lose the Coventry Speedway team as well.
Yeah, because actually Coventry Speedway team are actually ground sharing with Leicester Lions Speedway team for this season. And obviously, I don't know the actual distance from Coventry to Leicester, but for them diehard fans that would have gone to Coventry to every home meeting and maybe to some away, travelling from Coventry to Leicester, like say every other Monday night or whatever, it's quite a big commitment actually.
Definitely.
Well, I come from around Birmingham, so I know for a fact it's about a good hour's drive each way. So
yeah.
Jeez.
There you go then.
And I think that concludes the news, unless we've got any other news we want to share.
Yes, now we've gone back to the news page and gone off the discussion bit for a moment.
Sorry, we got a bit carried away there.
Yeah, we did.
Kingy Memorial at Mildenhall on Saturday the 14th and Sunday the 15th of July. I got some interesting news about how many cars were booked in up until Sunday last weekend.
Is this a cage exclusive?
Yes.
It is. Reveal it then.
Hasn't been released, but I have been told the pre-70 bangers on Saturday, the list as of Sunday last weekend was at 186 370 bangers.
Jeez.
Right, that's
So-
it. I'm
unreal.
booking my hotel now.
And obviously, bearing in mind that when the drivers book in, they have to put a picture with the car as well. So that
Yeah, exactly.
The Sunday.
How much does that say about the man?
Exactly.
A lot.
People have come. I believe there's people coming from overseas, from all parts of the country, Ireland, and Wales. I think everyone's pretty much tried to get a booking for this, and most people have got one. You know, but the Sunday for the 390 Unlimited,
Oh, here we go.
as of Sunday last weekend, was sat at 212 390 bangers.
You what?
Wow.
That is insane.
Right, that's
I can't
it.
wait.
Dad, when you listen to this, don't be working that weekend.
So
You need to go.
whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing on Sunday the 15th and Saturday the 14th of July, as long as you're going to Mildenhall, that's all that matters, because you do not want to miss it.
I just want to put it out there. This is just as big as the Steamer Memorial, if not bigger. But of course, we shouldn't. Let's face it. These events shouldn't be happening. That's what we'd rather not really. But the support is just amazing for this weekend, and hopefully, this is the big moment for him. Those 2 days.
Yeah.
So it's just brilliant that
And
all the
for his
drivers are
family
supporting it.
as
Of
well.
course, it's gonna be packed, isn't it? The venue as well with spectators.
Yeah.
And it's the event that Kingy would want as well. So it's going to be a brilliant tribute.
Exactly, yeah.
Definitely, all over the country, everyone's going to be going to those two meetings, regardless of whether you make one day or both days. So we can all look forward
Just
to
goes
that.
to show exactly what he meant to the community and about
Definitely.
how much he everyone. Like, I don't think there's anyone. I don't
Exactly
think there's
the same with the
anyone.
Steamer. Sorry, exactly the same with the Steamer. Obviously, he was just more of a spectator, but the amount of people that turned out just for that, do you know what I mean? It was just incredible.
Yeah. It's actually giving me goosebumps now just thinking about, I've seen Kingy race, and to be fair, I think this is actually the first driver that I've sort of grew up watching that is sadly no longer with us, so yeah.
Yeah,
I
same
definitely
here.
need to try and get there.
Same here. Any other news?
No, that was
You have
my
news?
part of the news.
No. That's it then. That closes the news